Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel.
Went down the night, down the night, down the night. I said it's going down the night, down the night, down the night. I said it's going down the night, down the night.
So I know y'all seen that thumbnail, and I know y'all read that title. So we back with another story time. So y'all, this story time is gonna be about my pregnancies. Yes, I have 2 kids. I have 2 boys. And I've had 2 total different experiences, y'all. So before we get into this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl YouTube channel. Turn y'all post notification bells on so y'all be notified every single time I post a new video. And go grab your popcorn because it's about to get juicy. Okay, y'all. So my first pregnancy, this was back in 2022. I got pregnant in 2022 and I had him in 23. So my first pregnancy, it was around Christmas time. I wasn't feeling sick, but I was feeling sick, if it makes sense. I had an earache, and I've had an earache before, so I knew what it was, but this earache wasn't like a regular earache. Like my ear was literally pounding, pounding, pounding. And I let it go on for a couple of days, but it got to one day that I said, no, I cannot sleep. I literally was on the side of the bed crying. So I got up. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I went to the hospital. My period was already late. And I had a feeling that I was pregnant, but I wasn't sure. So I wanted to go to the hospital to get confirmation or whatever. So I went to the hospital for my earache because I needed some medicine or something because that was not, I could not sleep or nothing, like literally nothing. So when I went to go get checked for my earache, she asked, how they asked when your last menstrual was and all that. So I told her, and I was like, and when she figured out that I haven't had one in a minute, so they took a pregnancy test or whatever. So before she even prescribed me any medicines for my earache, my test came back positive. I was literally in the waiting room waiting to be called to the back, and my test results came to my phone. So I was so scared to look at those test results on my phone, y'all. Oh my God, I was so scared. I literally was waiting to press the button for at least like 5 to 7 minutes, y'all. So I finally pressed the button, y'all, and when I pressed the button, and that thing said pregnant, oh my God. Y'all, my mind was blown. Like, this is my first pregnancy. My mind was blown. Like, what? Positive? Oh my God. But yeah, it was positive. So they called me to the back, and I'm not even in the back, y'all. I'm still like in the room, like in the triage room or whatever. So they called me back there, and she was telling me that my test was positive and everything. And they wanted to do a little ultrasound to see how far along I was or whatever. And this was my very first pregnancy experience. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, I was so scared. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do. So yeah. So when she put the thing on there or whatever to see, and I was about 6 to 8 weeks at the moment. Yeah, I was about 6 to 8 weeks, y'all. And she gave me a little picture of the ultrasound that showed my little nugget on there. So I went home, and I'm just thinking the whole time, like, what my family gonna say? What my brothers was gonna say? What my daddy was gonna say? Like, I was just shocked. Like, out of all people, me finna have a baby? Me? So yeah, I was shocked. So, my boyfriend, he was asleep when I got home. Cause I tell y'all, I went to the hospital at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's about like 6, 7 now, and it's daylight outside, and I'm coming back home. So he was in there sleep. So I woke him up, and I said, I'm pregnant. He said, stop playing. Stop playing. I said, I'm not fucking playing. So you always think somebody playing. I said, look. So I gave him the ultrasound, y'all. And I said, that boy jumped up so freaking quick, y'all. He jumped up so quick, and then he had a smile on his face. Oh my God, y'all. That made him so freaking happy, y'all. So Then he called his mama. He told his mama. So then I had told my mama, and I had told my daddy. I don't even remember what my mama said. My mama said, I don't know. She said something about she knew. She said she knew or she had a feeling or something. I said, girl, what you was dreaming about some fish? Why you was dreaming about fish and you ain't tell me? But I think she said she knew or something. And then when I told my daddy said, for real? My daddy said, for real? And he called me. He's like, you for real? I said, yeah. Everybody's reaction was totally different than what my reaction, what I thought their reaction would be. My brothers, they thought I was lying. They thought I was playing a prank on them or whatever. Oh my God, yeah, it was a crazy experience. But his family was happy, my family was happy. And then round number 2, here I am again. Well, not now, but yeah, here we are again. And this one, let me this pregnancy, I'm gonna go back. So everything went good throughout the whole pregnancy. I literally carried him for the whole 40 weeks, and he came a day after his dad's birthday, which was the date that my ultrasound said that I was going to have him. He came the exact day. Um, Pretty much everything went smooth in that pregnancy. My labor, I went at 6 in the morning on that Saturday, and he came by like 10, almost 11 at night. So I was in labor from 6 to 10. Yeah, but y'all, my second pregnancy, oh my goodness. My second pregnancy, I ended up having the gestational diabetes. I had to stick my finger every single day, 3 times a day. I had to watch what I eat. I couldn't drink any. I could only drink water, basically. I couldn't drink nothing but water. Um, okay, but yeah, I had to drink nothing but water. And with this pregnancy, I actually got induced. So, because I had the gestational diabetes, so they actually induced me at 37 weeks. No, they induced me at 39 weeks. So, on the day I was supposed to go in, or well, the day I went in at 10 o'clock that night. Remind y'all, I'm going in 10 o'clock that night. So, boom. It's about 10:30. I'm just now getting in my room. I done got signed in and everything, and they walk me into my room. So I get there, I take my shower, and then I get my IV and stuff. As soon as I get my IV and they put me on the Pitocin to start my labor. Yeah, this was about 11 o'clock when they put me on that to start my labor. Yeah, my son was here at 2 o'clock. My total labor was 3 hours. Y'all, they said this was the fastest labor they've ever experienced, y'all. Like, he literally came so quick. So she came, she checked me at about 12 o'clock. She came and checked me. Before I even went in, I was at 1 centimeter. Okay. Come on, so I can finish real quick, baby.
Say what you gonna say. I'm right here, man. Like I ain't right here.
You gotta close the door because there's noise. You come in. Okay. So, where the fuck was I? Okay, so when I first came in, I was at 2 centimeters. And then it was around 12 o'clock she came and checked me. No, when I first came in, I was at 1 centimeter. And she checked me at 12 o'clock, and I was at 2 centimeters. So about 12:30 going into 1 o'clock, she came in, and she checked me again. So about 12 o'clock, no, so about 12:30, 1 o'clock, she come in again, and she checked me. At this time, I'm at 6 centimeters. And so, not even 5 minutes later, after that 1 o'clock or whenever time she came in, 5 minutes later, y'all, she came back in because those contractions was kicking my butt. She came in, she said, "Do you want me to check you again?" Because I was hurting real bad. And I was like, "I got the shit." I said, "I have to shit." And so I told the nurse to come in to check me or whatever. So the doctor actually came in. She said, "Do you want me to check you?" I was like, "Yes." Y'all, when that lady checked me, I was at 10 centimeters. She said, "Oh, it's time to have a baby." I was at 10 freaking centimeters. She literally had just walked out. She said, "Do you want me to check you one more time before I go? Do you want me to check one more time before I go?" She would literally just check me 5 minutes ago. I was at 6. How the hell did I go from 6 to 10? What? So everybody coming in, we getting ready to have a baby. So boom, practice pushes. One round of practice pushes, y'all. Boom. We finna start the second round of practice pushes. She say 10, but hold on. So she say 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. I said, "For what?" I'm still pushing. Y'all, my baby was out. My baby was out and they was putting him on my chest, y'all. He literally came out so freaking fast and I did not even feel it, y'all. That was so freaking crazy, but my baby was healthy. So we went home, I say the next day. Well, no. Yeah, because it was 2 o'clock in the it was 2 o'clock in the morning when he came, so we stayed all that day. And then we went home the next day. Yeah, that was the fastest experience I've ever pregnancy experience I've ever had, y'all. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Thank y'all for watching this video and make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Tonight it goes down. Yeah, I said it's going down tonight.